week 2. We saw a lot of improvements.
Yes.
Is this where Envy finally becomes the team we've been expecting?
I think it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then obviously they won't place in that top 4. They will be on the verge of maybe not placing in the top 6. And if that's the case, then this team will fall apart. But either way, yes, I do think this is where they can at least get that consistent improvement. Basically, their whole life right now, even more than normal, is just Call of Duty. It's what they're here for. It's the CWL Pro League. If they're going to turn around, it's got to happen right now.
Well, here we go. Slasher was on a hot mic. He had a lot to say, and I know he wants this team to turn around. He's the one that put this team together with the big changes at the end of 2017. And he's going to find an opening kill there onto replays.
Slasher, statistically so far this year, has always been one of the standout players.
Certainly.
You know, it definitely has had himself quite the good performance so far on Call of Duty World War II, but I guarantee you can talk to Slasher. He does not care about his personal numbers. He cares about winning. He cares about proving to Envious that the roster changes they made at the start of Call of Duty World War II after Champs and IW was the right decision. And right now, still, many people doubting that, and it's for good reason, as Envy have an abysmal start to Call of Duty World War II.
Well, it all starts here, like you said, getting ready to rotate here shortly to the next hard point. You see at number 8 on the minimap, wrapping all the way to the back will be Zuma. That's who Classic's about to tee up against, but he's set up in a power position at the back box, and Zuma so far has control here as we're going to set up for our second hard point.
Second hard point, Zuma in the tough position here where he's got to hold off 3 Envy players, and look, he backs away, gets the help of replays. 1, 2, and the third, not gonna happen. As replays, I believe, had the default pistol on right there. Didn't look like he had the machine pistol in hand. FaZe now, though, in the lead, as Envy look to break from every single angle. Look at those blue arrows flanking from every position.
Here comes the collapse. It's a 2-piece from Hook that's able to open things up, and everybody falls there from FaZe Clan, and now it's control here from Envy.
And that's a beautiful example of Envy making an improvement right there. They set up perfectly. They let the play happen and kind of the deflection happen towards that front call area. Once that first kill comes in, they begin to flank from the spawn. A well-timed nade on the hard point at least begins to help them break, but as quickly as they break, Clint, FaZe break right back in.
They do. They get right back in control, but we've only got about 15 or so seconds here. It's Hook who's going to at least try and get in and contest, but Priesta able to shut him down. And on one side, I mean, those are 2 players I'm definitely looking out for. They're kind of they're the future for the Call of Duty World League in a lot of ways for me. Priesta on one side for FaZe, Hook for the other. I think we're going to be seeing these guys compete for the next decade.
I mean, Hook, Temp, Priesta, all guys that absolutely are on the verge of being superstars, have already begun to make a name for themselves. Nice movement there from Temp to get the 2-piece on the Zuma. It's FaZe in early control of bottom docks, but as quickly as FaZe get control, Envy begin to flood on through replays. Someone who had a fantastic start to this year has cooled off a little bit, and I think a lot of it may even comes down to his confidence. If he's lacking his confidence, he's a fraction of how good of a player he normally is when he's in the right mindset.
Well, they mentioned on the desk, the FG meta may definitely play to his favor. You saw the performance he had at Dallas. Can he replicate that here? But look how close Classic of Team Envious is to streaks right now. He needs to sniff out one more kill. He does get an assist, actually. That's all it'll take. That'll get him the fighter pilot. And this has been a solid hold here from Envy, who with 10 seconds left have now taken control of the lead. And there he actually gets both streak behind 2 assists.
Beautiful plays by Classic to recognize that, hey, all I got to do is stay alive, play my life. He won't earn the final tiered streak, but the damage has been done. Still a very close game, though, 66-66. Slasher waiting for his team. The first streak called in now from Classic.
He's going to toss it towards the back, trying to pick up a attach. Able to do this just that. So that's going to allow Temp and Slasher to try and make a play here. As Temp jumps across, Slasher should be able to line him up. You actually have Classic there as well. A couple players going to drop, and suddenly Slasher all by his lonesome. So the play behind the glide bomb doesn't end up working out real well because you hold strong inside of the hard point for FaZe. But finally, Hook able to bust through the back at least.
And 2 of the players wind up spawning right up in the back by Hook because he wins that one-on-one gunfight. They wait out the death camp to see if Hook wins it, and they do just that. Envy just down by about 8 seconds. FaZe feels like they haven't had control since really the beginning of that lower docks hardpoint, but it's been such a scrappy hill game so far, Maven. That again, both teams within 5 seconds of each other.
That's London Docks.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, you see that more often than not. You expect this one with the caliber of players in this to be tight down the stretch. Now as you look at the bottom left of the minimap, setup in the hard point is going to be FaZe Clan. Attach is trying to control fire. He's got Zuma trying to patrol lower docks as well. They're layered across the map and trying to make plays here. But it's a pressure from top mid, and it's 2 opening kills from Temp that could be the difference.
And that was beautifully played by Temp. He kind of faked that he was going to go in towards fire, then dipped right back and challenged a gunfight. Priest is doing everything he can. He's already killed 3. Unfortunately, though, those lower dock spawns for Envy helped them supplement that hard point so quickly. They'll now take back the lead in another lead change, Maven. Probably the 7th of this game so far.
Yeah, very, very back and forth affair. 20 seconds remaining here, and we will get into our second set of rotations here in the opening game for Division B. Remember, you still have a fighter pilot, I believe, available on Classic. Outside of that, I don't think I've seen anything else earned.
So one thing I'm kind of noticing in these setups right now from the players,
yep, that's all.
Basically, nobody using armored. I'm wondering if either of these teams pick up on that, begin to throw some stuns into the rotation, force one team to, you know, play a little bit off of the airborne hunker setups and go with an armored type class. Right now, none of that is shown. From what we saw in Division A, most teams on this map had one of their SMGs at least with maybe armored primed on to be able to kind of contest more in the hard point, eat those nades, eat those stuns. One stun right now would do insane amounts of damage to either team when trying to retake a hard point.
Well, let's see if there's any changes throughout the course of this. FaZe is now opened up to a 17-point advantage. Just under 30 seconds left at Statue. Remember, throughout the course of this hard point, continue to keep your eyes on the gunfights that go down at the bottom of the minimap. It's the next rotation that's key. That's your money hill where you're going to be able to pick up a ton of time. Attach. And a one-on-one with Hook. He's going to get dropped. Replays the next one up will fall as well. So it's going to look like Envy should be able to get into nice position here to set up out of the top central hard point. Temp will be the first man pressuring from the box.
Temp with 1. Zuma, well-placed nade, immediately drops him. We see Slasher, his hands full now, and this submachine gun pressure showing off at the moment for FaZe. 128 to 106, Envy still in control. Slasher, he's fallen back to a great position, and he knows it as well. He's got the crosses watched. Envy should be able to take the lead with the setup they currently have.
He doesn't fall back like that. Classic doesn't get in position to help him out. Classic gets there, bails him out with 2 kills, and now they continue to hold. Another lead change going to be ticking in a matter of seconds here as FaZe just can't bully their way through the back this time. Slasher has been alive for what seems forever right now. 19 and 16, 5 streak, and getting very close to streaks.
I mean, think when he falls back there, who's going to be the one to contest? Replays with the AR? Replays the 1 time or 2 times he sprinted forward there, got caught throwing a grenade. So it was free gunfight win for Slasher. Then he just fell back, won his next engagement. Heads up plays from him. It's why Envy just had the first full 60-second hold on a hill of this entire map, their biggest lead of the game.
Great patience from him.
He is out shooting replays so hard, and this is the #1 worry for FaZe from the beginning. They had such an incredible performance at the first event because replays put up some of the best numbers of his career. A lot of people said it was replay's best event ever, but it was unreasonable to expect him to continue to put that up. Slasher, on the other hand, is always consistently putting up these numbers. If he continues to outshoot replays like this, FaZe could have their hands full this week.
They certainly could. And both
Slash
teams,
rant.
Both teams with their hands full right now. Tie game 157, and lead back to FaZe now. Back into 4th we go. Zuma trying to rotate into Fear. Will run directly into the SMG of Hook. Priest is still trying to rack up what little time he can. It's being contested right now by Slasher on the opposite side. They're trying to push in for whatever time we have. They're forcing the spawns out bottom. They're looking good. Contest as much as you can here because you're looking good for the next hard point.
Yeah, the SMGs right now, FaZe are doing everything they can to kind of keep this within reach, and they most certainly are. It's going to be a 1-second game. Remember all the streaks currently in play. Hook, 22 and 18 on a 5 streak. Can we swap to him for a moment to see exactly where he is? He's earned streaks now. I think Envy have 6 score streaks to use, Maven.
Yeah, they've got a ton to use
FaZe have to begin to think about using Mountain like we saw last week from teams. Look at that. Two glide bombs and a gunfight win or 2 from Hook, and that's a broken hard point, and Envy in full control.
And Envy about to show us another lead change. As here we go, they'll take control again down to the wire. This one seems to be going. Top mid, several players from FaZe. Slasher trying to cut him down. Hook on the other cross. That's going to be difficult to push as you've got both watched as Slasher falls. That means Hook's about to deal with some pressure here, able to win one and get away with his life for a moment. Zuma, though, actually wallbangs him and picks up the player behind.
Envy outslaying by 11 kills, but it's only got to be about a 30-second game What I will say, though, is of all the hard points, this one is where streaks can absolutely shred. Because both players used glide bombs, FaZe have full knowledge that, hey, they still have fighter pallets available. Yeah, look, do they have Mountain on anybody? It doesn't appear so right now. They've at least forced the players into fire. Is there any follow-up from Envy? It doesn't appear so as of yet. Oh, but a two-piece from Classic.
And Hook, he's got the flamethrower out. He's just ready to toast. Priesta comes in. He's at least able to trade there. That's the value of that flamethrower.
Yeah.
But now spawning out is Envy. They're going to have to fight through here. FaZe looking to tack on some time. Remember, you still have a lot of streaks.
Most certainly do. Here comes the pinch. Hook, I don't think he saw the player in the back. No, he didn't. The smoke from the grenade exploding just blocked the vision of the player. And great, a fighter pilot's been called in, but FaZe still have these back spawns. They still have players close enough to at least contest this hard point.
The big thing, though, yes, you didn't get a lot out of that, but it did get him out of a position. Those probably at least bought 20 or so seconds where FaZe wasn't getting time inside of the hard point. Now you're able to bust through if you're Envy. So I know it wasn't a lot of kills at all, really, from those fighter pilots, but it certainly was a difference maker here. You don't have those, FaZe may have taken the lead on that hard point.
And the crazy thing is that that's the best area on this map to use a fighter pilot. And it just shows how much different London Docks is compared to the likes of Gibraltar or St. Marie with how valuable that streak can be. 222 to 192. The game's still within reach for FaZe. Things to take note of, Envy have been the better team on the next hard point outside of Lights. So FaZe, they've got to do some damage here on Statue and then get a good break on the new hill to at least keep themselves in this game.
Well, it's not looking good right now. They're spawning top right. They're going to have to go through 3 players from Envy just to get into a position to even contest time right now because they kind of had a 4-down scenario, but now look at this, you get a split spawn. So they're all actually going to spawn at the next hard point. You see the blue arrows all of a sudden turning, like, oh God, we've got to get back.
Here's the issue. Envy can win off this hard point. FaZe have to contest. Envy, they're watching kind of the mid-gate push, and they know, hey, there's one player in fire. All they need is this one gunfight win, and honestly, unless Attach can sprint towards this hill, this game's about to be done with Envy striking. It's just done. Envy go up 1-0 over FaZe.
First 2K were they named the Call of Duty Champions 2018 was their team name, so we know the confidence is there. But now for this series, the question is, can FaZe now answer back in this search and destroy? We're headed to the forest.
Whoa, the forest. Ardennes Forest. Played across every game mode we have here in Call of Duty World War II. If you missed the announcement, go check the Call of Duty World League Twitter. Got the new map coming into play. Will definitely be exciting to see how that affects CWL competitive matches, but for now, we're sticking with a normal rotation. It's Envy up 1-0, who, honestly, the SMGs and the AR just look better for me in map 1 for Envy over FaZe.
Here we go. It's going to be Envy on offense first. Just hopping through some of the different classes right now for players. You're going to see Temp is going to have the sniper out for the NV side. And look at this split. They actually push 2 towards A. They have 1 mid-map with Bomb and 1 sitting Bell right now on the B side. He tries to peek that, but after the stun, man, Priesta just rips him.
Yeah, typically on this map, it's common to see stuns hit the snipers off the break. It's not common to see the sniper continue to try to challenge when stunned. Beautiful answer from Slasher as Replays gets a little bit too aggressive on that peek. And just like that, Classic finds 1. There's another about to be here for Luke. There it is. 2 versus 1.
Priesta in a very powerful position, but the issue is the bomb is going to be going down on B right now. He's going to have to try and transition across. I thought he might actually end up checking it out. He's thinking these players may have synced up. He spotted Slasher for a moment. Now he knows the bomb is planted. And wow! Turns and just shreds Hook there.
Yeah, Hook just got removed. I'm wondering what Priesta likes to do here. Can we swap back over to Slasher? See if he'll check. Tries to go flying at it. Oh, Priesta hears him snap his legs. The challenge, though, comes in. So Priesta knew Slasher was there. He knew he was coming for him. If Slasher's breaking his legs like that and he's getting that loud, it means he's doing something frantic. So Priesta thinks, hey, you know what? Now that the kind of bomb drop animation is much quicker, I can have a chance to get off this bomb, try to challenge a fight. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out there, and that's a round that FaZe on defense with getting first blood can't afford to lose.
What do you think about that offense from Envy? I mean, a lot of times when we see pressure towards B or A, it's everyone is A in mid or everyone is B in mid. They were really layered across the entire map there, kind of set things up.
Here's what I'll say. I'm not sure why Replays is peaking so far when he's got someone at that cabin kind of cover where only their head can be seen who's got that whole field watched. This is the FG meta. The FG will melt you what feels like as quick as a sniper.
And from anywhere.
Peeking for half a second too long could result in death, and it showed right there. Temp is pushing the flank with a sniper. Yeah, he has to run away.
Well, he will back it up to the B site for now. 4v3 currently for Envy. Zuma lives to see another day, but Temp almost snagged him there at fire cut.
If they know two are now at A, they should hit this quick. If they know Temp is by himself with a sniper, yeah, you should see them get quite aggressive, and Temp knows that. He falls back, gonna go ahead and throw a nade toward Bell. He's got his hands full here, yeah. That's a smart play from FaZe.
I thought he was gonna back it all the way up till he backed it up to Broken.
2v2. Priesta and Zuma against Hook and Slasher. Look at Slasher, though. He could play spoiler here. He's already picked up this whole flank. Zuma gonna try to lay down and plant this bomb. 15 seconds left. One more kill could be the end of this round for either side.
Now you've gotten Slasher up top, which is very scary. Andy spotted one. He knows the other went in through mid-cut.
Zuma's at least giving his team a chance here. Zuma's giving his team a chance.
Knows he rotated across. Can Zuma get out before he gets picked is the question. He turns just in time to make the play. Now this is big for Slasher. You're in a 1v2. You're also very close to streaks, but can't win the gunfight. Round to FaZe.
What a play from Zuma right there. He realized they were getting pinched from both sides. He had to plant. Slasher, in the moments he pushes forward.
Obviously wins that kill with a machine pistol there at top ruins, and it may be a very, very different round, but that's a tough spot to be in with a sniper if you don't hit your shot. Now, full on aggression towards the B site. Zuma gonna have his hands full. Tries to live the first one. Able to tag up Classic. Has to back away immediately though as Envy is flooding in. He's got one directly above him. Does he get cut down before the grenade gets off? I believe the answer is yes, but you do get a pick from Attach. Replays gets a kill from you, and suddenly the push from Envy is slowed down.
Attach, he's ready to re-challenge here, and it's for good reason. He's snapping right now with the sniper. 2 kills already to his name this round. Slasher will back on up. Infantry Hunker on the class. No stun to use. 50 seconds left.
Fell short in the 1v2 last round. Can he do it here? He's got a whole hell of a lot more time to work with. Bomb isn't planted against him this time. He's going to have to work with the bomb and try to come up clutch. He almost catches replays very quickly. He knows he got 2 bullets and he just wants to go ahead and push him. Unfortunately, there's another mid-map, but to win that gunfight, knows he's weak. Almost with one clip of that machine pistol gets both.
I will tell you this right now. I believe Replay's health had just started to regain.
It had to.
Because obviously we've had the update to make health regen a little bit quicker. But 2, also, if that was the old machine pistol damage compared to the nerfed machine pistol damage, that's also a kill.
I was wondering if one of those, what do you get, 2 hit markers with the FG? I was kind of wondering if one was through the wall, maybe like through the rock there.
Literally 2 months ago, that's a 1v2 clutch. But now with the updates that have come in, he falls literally 1 bullet short.
All right, well, offense now back to FaZe, and they have a 2-1 lead. Classic, though, able to get that first blood, tilt the tides into Envy's favor. Priest and Attach working on the push through Bell. That's a snipe from Temp. Just going across his side.
No stun for Replays anymore. Armored and conspicuous. He's just waiting to see if this player peeks towards this mid-ruins again. Peeking just a little bit too far could mean death, and Hook gets shown that right there as Attach beams him with the FG-42. Here comes the pressure.
Classic had the first blood, and now he gets 3. Working on the ace right now is Classic. Can he find the final one? I think he may have just done it. I want to see the kill cam, but that might have been all 4 for Classic, unless Temp helped him. Oh, no, okay, Slasher did come through.
I like that from Envy. Even though Hook dies in middle, Classic's immediate responsibility is to go watch that mid lane push. He gets caught with a great timing as the player with the submachine gun from FaZe begins to try to sprint in towards mid-ruins, and then the easy 2 pieces there as Attach kind of awkwardly lands after jump challenging the corner.
All right, Envy trying to push him.
This is an all-out assault, by the way. That was an armored energetic class as they just try to flood across field. Already 2 kills for Envy. This is a setup strategy. The smoke at the cabin cover, the flood of the site, armored energetic, nothing was stopping Envy right there. They did not care if they got first blooded. They were getting control of A.
And now Classic got a 4 streak and that bomb plant. He's 1 kill off, finding himself some streaks. Attached by himself with a sniper. He did at least pick up 1. Can he tack more onto that tally? He's got to assume he's got one here on bomb. Can he peek and hit the shot? Very close. And that, again, would have been a big one because that would have stopped Classic. But now as he gets the kill, he's got some streaks to work with.
Yeah, more importantly, that's it. The streaks now earned from Classic. Counter strafes on the site. Finishes the kill through the wall. Envy, I love that decision. Energetic, not seen too often, but it kind of lets you pick up that sprint a little bit faster. And with Armored on, he's eating whatever nades or stuns are thrown because we have seen stuns brought out by FaZe. There it does nothing, and now he's got a glide bomb and a fighter pilot to show for it.
What was a 2-1 lead for FaZe has now disappeared. Envy back in control. You have one player on offense inside a bunker for FaZe. You have 3 players across mid-map. Attach has got to get away with his life. Wow. Slasher couldn't hit the shots. Not that that's an easy gunfight, but that's Achille maybe should have gotten.
This is such a tough challenge from Attach. This is kind of FaZe's setup right now. They're playing so passively. If Attach gets this pick at A, then I would expect an all-out assault towards this site. Temp kills Zuma, and Slasher should know Attach as a sniper. So yeah, look, I mean, the top of his head is barely showing.
He's just keeping Attach out of this offense, basically.
Yep. Look at that.
Keeps toying with him. Attach is going to spend 45 seconds now trying to pick him off. While that's going down, the rest of his team is dropping.
Literally, oh, so there you go. Finally, Slasher peeks too far, but it's too little too late. The rest of his team is dead. Attach all by himself at Fire Tank.
Catch. He's able to get away from the grenade. Under 30 seconds to go, though. He said at least he has an FG that he can work with here. He's got Classic holding the edge. Ooh, need one more bullet.
Classic's got to play his life for a sec. Oh. There you go. Classic baits out his teammate, essentially gets the kill, and I believe that'll earn him his highest tiered streak.
We'll see here in a second. I believe he had artillery. He was still weak. If somehow Attach was just like hip fired or sprayed the edge, I don't think he had enough of the clip really to do it there, but Classic was still very tagged.
FaZe now down 4-2. Not the best S&D showing so far. Classic. Okay, so he's one kill or a bomb plant off of it. Again, armored primed, armored scoped, multiple different classes being brought out. This is, again, they want to negate these stuns, and now look, they forced 2 players to A from FaZe because of the pressures earlier on. When they smoke off that site of this field area, it forces FaZe to begin to panic. Classic now with the kill, he's fully streaked out. 7 in a row for Classic. Doing everything right now. First bloods, plants, kills with the FG, kills with the bar, just backing up FaZe. This is looking so good for Envy. And this is the Classic, man. We haven't seen a lot of him so far this year, but if he can get back to the form we saw him in IW, how deadly does this team become? Don't forget, at one point, many were regarding Classic as one of the best camo players in IW, and honestly, one of the top 5 players in the game. That's why his stock was so high coming into Call of Duty World War II, but he absolutely hasn't been the same caliber so far. Maybe this is where he begins to kind of change that storyline of the year.
Not only do you have him on a 7, making 8 streak, I believe Temp's got 4 kills in a row after starting 0-3. So, yeah, they've just been blowing him out of the water these last 4 rounds.
Dude, the bar looks so good with scoped on, man.
It does. It does. And this is a map, I mean, in Respawn, maybe we won't see it as much, but if you can get to medium range to short range gunfights, the bar can certainly still melt.
That extra strafe speed as well makes it just that much tougher for snipers to hit. FaZe now down 5-2 in a series where Merc, as well as Rich, well, Merc is the only one that really matters. Rich's opinion means nothing.
Yeah.
Had FaZe winning. Right now, it is looking far from that. Classic might just fall back and begin to call on these streaks. Can we swap the FaZe? Do they have any mountain on? No, no. One of 3. Oh, 1 of 4. Yeah, they're going to see everything here. And oh, I thought that was going to hit 2 players.
Slasher should realize he just got timing on one. Just the way he was playing it, I think he realized somebody pushed through there. Now, replays will get back to mid-map, and that's going to hold up Slasher from pushing in. Another streak going to be invested. You at least get 1 kill. That's going to allow Slasher to hit the flank now. Slasher was slowed down because of replays.
Oh, he doesn't even hit the flank.
Well, I'm sorry, get to this position. Yeah. He was still running around front bunker trying to find him.
They've got him pinched in B. Slasher's going to slowly inch up. It's like a ticking time bomb. Now he's in position. Dead. Dead. GG. GG.
Yeah. And that was like, that gets slowed down so much because he couldn't find replays. But as soon as that fighter pilot picks him up, he hits the flank, they make the plays. There's the defuse. 2-0 edge for Envy. Is there cruising right now over FaZe?
Classic 11 kills. A plant, multiple.
They got a ways to go, but I still think it's possible, man. But right now, up 2-0. London Docks captures the flag up next. Is this where the series ends, Jack?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we do wind up going to a game 4. But again, this is a FaZe clan for me that has not looked good so far this series. We'll see if they can turn around here. And off the break, that is not the start they wanted to have. 3 dead already.
Yeah, replays. You saw him just try to run away and tuck into a corner, and he gets gummed by the PPSH of Hook. This is going to be a flag out immediately. Right back to mid. They're spawning out because you've got control of the water side of the map. As long as Slasher picks up this angle, him just getting 1 isn't enough. Zuma gets 2 through mid-cut and gets the return. And what a play from Zuma.
And really quick, that could be the kick that FaZe need. That one play could be the momentum shift in this series. You never know. But again, with how flat they've looked, Zuma diving for the 2-piece flag return to keep this a 0-0 game. And just like that, look at the minimap. It's all FaZe pushing up. The entry kills coming in. They have to win one more gunfight. It's Temp who's trying to single-handedly stop this flag run. It's not going to happen. FaZe now, just like that, in 20 seconds time, have flipped the script. They're going for a cap, and you know what? They're going to get it, Maven. FaZe up 1-0.
What a response to the opening.
That's what I'm saying.
Down.
And Zuma, he just finally died. Wow.
Yeah, wow, exactly. Just a great response to what looked like a bloodbath for their side in the opening moments. I mean, we've seen some crazy moments on this particular map, but still, just add another one there at the opening 60 seconds. Wow.
I can't even begin to tell you how much that I think that's going to help FaZe now in this map and then maybe the greater series. 90 seconds in, it's FaZe up 1-0 after we thought Envy were going to have a cap on the board almost instantly. That player who was running lower docks instead of taking the high-up route got caught having to climb up to try to challenge that gunfight, and Zuma just found the window to get the return.
Whew, now it seems like FaZe starting to snap.
There you go.
Still there. Here's a touch. Slasher will be on mid. Slasher looking for his 2nd kill in this one. Should have it.
He did not think Slasher was already going to be there. Thankfully for FaZe, you at least have a fighter pilot earned from Attach. And with how kind of awkward that score was, I mean, look at Attach. 3-3. I don't think you'd expect him to have a streak if you're Envy. We'll see if they kept track. Will they have anybody switch to Mountain? That remains to be seen. FaZe having 2 players hold off the push. 1 kill comes in. Will they buy enough time now for Zuma to fall back to defend?
They do get a touch, and they get it back. With a couple of down, overextending is going to be replays. Replays the guy that has to make a play now. 1 more has come off spawn for FaZe, but probably going to be too late to the action. Replays, does he go for the touch or does he opt for the kills? He has pick up 1. They're going to keep trying to challenge him. Misses a couple of shots, but does enough damage to slow it.
Oh, and there it is!
Wow, 1 more member there, and it's going to be Priesta.
It should be 2-0 for Envy, but FaZe have had 2 clutch individual plays. Well, that one actually was more of a combo between...
Replays did just enough, though, right? Just enough.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying, some clutch moments. Now the fighter pilot called in and at least kill 1. It'll stop Slasher with the flag as we have ourselves a stalemate with 2 minutes left.
Some crazy clutches from FaZe. Keeping them still in the lead of this one. Here we go. Zuma.
Slasher has no idea. Dead.
Slasher, there's 1 inside the lights. He's going to pre-nade it. Temp should get tagged. He's actually going to get killed there. Runs right back into that nade. And there's the return.
And that's the brilliant teamwork of FaZe. This is the brilliant teamwork of FaZe so far. Awesome stuff. 2-0 FaZe. Again, Envy now going for a pull. Will there be another individual play? All right, maybe bought enough time now for a chance for a return. FaZe gonna have to overextend. Do they have any other streaks? Oh, nice stick.
It's one way to slow him down. All right, so here you go.
This will be a cap.
There you go. Envy finally gets one on, but like you said, it could be a 3-2 game right now for Envy.
No, it should be a 3-0 game for Envy.
Yeah,
with what we've seen so
yeah.
far. Both caps from FaZe have come off the back of counter pulls from Envy's aggression. Slasher gets the first engagement win. He's still got help from 1 more teammate. Envy are set up for another offensive play, and they're doing a great job of just staying alive right now.
Replays. Going big again on the defensive end.
Nope, not gonna happen.
One time to help with the return, this time to pick up a couple kills there and stop the pressure from Envy. Temp the lone man up. Teammates coming off a spawn. They've got 40 seconds to work with here to try and tie it up at the end of the first half.
Zuma looking to try to be a thorn in the side of Envy, getting aggressive towards the base. They know exactly where he is. He's at least buying time for his team to push up middle map. And he's staying alive too. Brilliant stuff from Zuma. 2v1.
Temp's gonna get pushed. Can he make the plays in the back? He's gonna get hit from the front and from his right. He at least stayed up enough for his teammates to now come off spawn. All 4 members of Envy up, but all in a very dangerous position. Seems to be trickling FaZe's way.
Oh my, yeah, but Hook swings it with 2. Zuma gets the kill And now he's off to the races as well. Extra time has begun. He's got players pitching in, though. He should be shot in the back. The return should come into play. There it is. At the half, it's 2-1 FaZe. What an interesting side of CTF. Yeah, I will say this. 2 individual plays make this go from what's, you know, Envy 5 minutes away from a 3-0 lead and a 3-0 sweep over FaZe to a very reasonable kind of game for both teams to win. Obviously, Envy at a deficit, but FaZe up at the half, they have to be like, okay, guys, let's actually go now.
Your Envy certainly not out of this, though. Just down 1 flag. Ooh. They know. They know they should be up in this one.
I mean, Slaying is dead even. 1 kill separating the teams.
Temp evaporates 1 at mid-cup. Hook able to win 1 down by water as well. And now Envy starting to fly forward. Priesta, though, doing the best defense he can as he clears out 2 in Beer. His teammates pick up the back, and now FaZe starting to push up the map. There's 1 at mid-cut, though. It's going to be Classic. Classic, I was to say, might be able to get in behind, but as he gets picked up, now a lot of pressure coming to Slasher and Temp.
And they've got this back box to hold. Will FaZe be able to do what Envy did, and that's get a ton of flag pulls in the first side. Looks like Zuma will get out with his life for a second. Priesta with 3 more. A 5 streak from him. The flag pulled. He's got to be so close to score streaks.
Can Classic do anything about this?
I think they just saw him.
Yeah, Attach should have him teed up as soon as he pushes through. Yep, Attach able to win it. There's the score.
Full streaks now, too.
Yeah, this what looked like still a very winnable game for Envy. It still is, but got a lot scarier in those opening 60 seconds.
Priesta doing everything he can to keep FaZe in this series right now, near double positive. Again, the full streaks. He's pushing towards lower. FaZe now going for another offensive play with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game.
Attach almost drops, but able to win 1. Temp does clean him up.
They've got to go now. That was 4 kills very quick.
Just trying to pre-fire the back, but everybody's still spawning in. Really, 2 have popped. Here comes 3 and 4. But it's allowed Envy to now get into position. They need Slasher's AR.
I'm wondering if there's an entry kill from Envy here. If they get the first blood, and it's not. There's actually a team kill onto Attach. I was wondering if they were going to begin to call on a streak to help defend this.
Well, I think part of the problem, I mean, Slasher's holding the overextension.
There it is.
Watching it through mid. You had 3 PPSHs trying to push up the left side of the map. How are you supposed to win that when they had you had 2 FG42 set up in the back?
Yeah.
Now Slasher gets involved, and then you get a couple of kills.
3 dead, and here's the thing. Priesta's the one with streaks. If he dies last, this will be so awkward for FaZe. Priesta trying to hold. Gets at least 1. And they do spawn low docks. They will be here as fast as possible to supplement this push. They run the flag right at him. Poor play call from Envy as they're expecting to spawn topside.
Yeah, I wonder from that position. I mean, it's kind of, I guess kind of a coin flip maybe, considering how, where they were still in Beer. It's the time it took to go out, it's just like a matter of a second or 2.
He only had 1 kind of runner with him. If he had 2, one could watch Cage and the other one could watch, or Gate, sorry, and the other one could watch lower. There's a difference, but they just kind of, as you said, had to play a coin flip, run together towards a lane, and unfortunately they picked the wrong one.
Still, flag gonna be out. Temp's got it. He's got some help coming here from Classic, but it's gonna be fighter pilot in. Doesn't really do any damage, but does slow them down. It allows 2 members of FaZe to get in on the action on the push. That's going to be a flag out. Will they find the kill on the other side? He still hasn't found it. Finally, he'll get it. There's the return, and here's a score. Envy back to within 1.
FaZe have gotten like 1 flag cap that I truly believe they should have had, and the rest, I mean, this should be a 4-1 Envy game. I can't repeat it enough. 2 individual plays cap 2 flags for FaZe. But that is all part of CTF. 1 life could do all the difference.
And now, Jack, all you have on FaZe is the 1 mortar, which isn't going to be a difference maker as much as the other streaks. Slasher will get a touch.
That was the big kill. Attach killing off Temp right there. But on the other side, it's Hook going for the individual play of his own. There you go. Attach just clutched up big time. He won the 1v1 by Cole, which stopped the lead defender. And then obviously just killed the flag runner as well. Brilliant stuff from him to keep FaZe in this one.
Still just over a minute to go and maybe 60 seconds of extra time if they can get a touch. They've got to win some gunfights here and get out of the base. Zuma's just set up inside a fire. We'll get a touch, but it's traded out.
And he's got a streak.
Attach has, well, he might get more than that.
See,
honestly,
this is smart. He gets the call out from Replays. Replays gets vocal, says, hey, I've got your top side. Run this towards me. Run it towards lights. We've got the rest of you covered. Priesta with the first kill. 1 player has overextended. Priesta not able to chain together 2. Fighter pilot, that's called in by Attach. So the flag is not going to move forward at all. And now it's 3 players of Envy in the base. They've got to run straight at this flag. but everyone should spawn up near him. Oh my goodness, replays the clutch shots.
Just gets the final bullet in. His position will be given up. But everybody dropping now from Envy. It's only going to be Temp.
This is GG.
This should be the game here, unless Temp can somehow kill the entire squad.
That's not going to happen. There they go, GG. FaZe will live to see another game as they win their bread and butter game. There's no way. Nope, not going to happen.
Yeah, so you're closing this out, but it's getting a little bit hectic inside the FaZe base for a moment. They did get a touch at least. They did get a touch. Classic should catch this glide bomb, and there you go.
No, there was no way. There was 2 seconds left, and they had a cap.
Yeah, it's possible.
Either way, again, thank you for your patience. Getting things started now into Game 4. If you're just tuning in, Map 1 was a major surprise for me, mainly due in part to the fact that Envy looked like the better, well-coordinated team. Their submachine gun shots were better. Their AR shot was better. From top to bottom, they were just better than FaZe. Game 2, again, it was all Envy, mainly Classic, who drops 11 with 4 first bloods, a plant, and 2 defuses. But then in CTF, FaZe finally shows some life off the back of 2 clutch plays to win them the map.
Here we go. Off to the races. Watching the opening break from FaZe Clan from this side of the map. This is usually where we see teams get off to a pretty dominating start, at least in the first hard point. We'll see what Envy does to try and combat that. And, well, they do that by a hook going in and gunning a couple. Unfortunately, Priest is still there.
Priesta staying alive in hardpoint for a moment. Nades continuing to soar on in. Tries to re-challenge again. Classic with the bar. We've seen him now twice this series so far bring out that different assault rifle.
Yeah, this is a hardpoint. You could certainly do it, especially if you're trying to get it down and dirty inside. We know how devastating that 3-shot kill range can be when you're up close. Envy's been struggling to put much time here, but again, from that side of the map, you don't usually see a dominating opening break. The big thing for them is just keeping the spawns in the top half of that minimap. And his number 1, that's Zuma. As he gets a kill, it's at least, you see, look at all the arrows as they focus on him for Envy right now. They're so worried about clearing this out.
And what's kind of funny is this FaZe Clan team, as well as, you know, Zuma and Attach specifically, and then Hook from Envy, back in, you know, AW, these guys, those 3 were regarded as 3 of the top SMGs in the game. Like, 3 of the top 5, if not the top 3 at times, depending on when it was going down. You know, it's really interesting to see them now go at it again, this time in a completely different pacing game, in a completely different scenario, with the stakes being higher than ever before, and still being right at the top of their game and being the number 1 matchup.
That's certainly true. Hook did drop just short of streaks, but regardless of that, it has been a very nice hold here for the opening 30 or so seconds for Envy.
They just let one slip through. I don't think they realized it. Yeah, look.
Slasher could get away. That's got to be frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be, what, a 10, well, kind of a 20-point difference when you talk about the swings, maybe. Nah, he only got a couple ticks there, but still a little bit frustrating. That slows down your push out as you want to try and maybe catch a timing on FaZe to get set up for parking lot.
The first streak earned is Classic, calling in the fighter pilot right away. No mountain for FaZe, and that will also earn the glide bomb for the side of Team Envious. I will say Temp was close to streaks as well. He was about 2 kills away, but did die in that whole transition. Envy have a number advantage for a moment, but just like that, gunfight win from replays, a shutdown Slasher will relieve the pressure.
Yeah, it's been big a couple times, actually. It's been Hook and Temp now. Both have dropped very, very close to streaks.
Look at the investments being made.
There's a good hard point, at least, to use a glide bomb on, especially if you're able to connect. There's a push in. Do they spawn anybody out? By winning that gunfight, I don't think so. You're still going to spawn safe, and Envy's still going to have to fight through. So nothing has come of these streaks. FaZe holding very strong and looking for a lead change. Unfortunately for them, Hook is at least inside trying to disrupt. It's actually Classic's nade that clears him out. So the contest time you had there falls apart, and FaZe still holds strong. Zuma going big.
Brilliant hold from FaZe Clan right there. Streaks used for nothing on Envy. And just like that, it's FaZe's turn now to earn some score streaks. There's 2 more. Make it 3. No, runs out of ammo in his gun, but either way, ridiculous stuff from Zuma. And I don't know if Envy have any clue. Do they have Mountain on? No. 0 players with Mountain. That should be a full clear of this outside hill area, or at least back up the players.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, we keep mentioning Mountain, but we've only seen Red do it, really. So I'm not shocked that we're not seeing teams transition on this hard point yet. Maybe as we get deeper into the game, but only really 1 team did it from Division A. But Temp, again, close to streaks. You mentioned earlier he died on that 5 streak.
It's funny. It's like only 1 team did it from Division A, but my goodness, did it work damn well when they did do it, right? It's like if these guys did watch And they do have track, hey, we know they have a fighter pilot going into this hill. I don't think, Envy did right there because of how fast Zuma got those streaks and then called in the fighter pilot. But
that's true. I mean, he did erupt over the course of like 10 seconds.
Exactly. But it's one of those things where if they do know, I don't see why you don't just run Mountain for that one hard point. Give yourself a chance. Either way, Envy will go into this first hill of the second rotation with a narrow lead, about 20 seconds.
The big thing, despite the fighter pilot really only got one kill, and they still got a ton of time. So Envy got back in control of the game, regardless of the streak used by Envy.
Slight slaying advantage to Envy as well, by just a few kills.
Pretty minimal thus far, reflecting that in the scoreline as well. We'll see what damage Hoop can do from up top. He is able to pick one on the steps, tosses a nade in, just narrowly misses a stick. I thought he was going to connect with that.
Trades going in back and forth. Priestahh juggling the hill. He knew Envy touched the hard point. Now if he were to jump back in and if he were to run away and just go hop in this hill, which he got stuck by Temp, I think. That's big.
He was
Priestahh
was real close.
Decided to not challenge that gunfight to try to go sprint to the hill to get the 100 points to earn 2 streaks. But Temp's nade either stuck him or landed right behind him, and he was already weak, so it just killed him off of those score streaks.
All right, so Envy will be set up for Winery, but you do see you had a glide bomb there available from FaZe. Will that be key in breaking on through? It's going to be Hook's job here to kind of watch this central road that pushes in. He's going to have to face off against Attach here momentarily. Attach into ammo. Attach tagged up. Hook backing away for the time being. And doesn't connect with anything there.
I thought he was at least going to finish a kill off for that moment, but either way, Envy still in control. Attach playing spoiler on this backside of the map. He'll finally die, but he forced players to rotate back here and challenge, and one player actually spawns out. One thing I do want to point out, Maven, replays 9 and 14, another slow start for him in the respawns.
Yeah, and on the other side, Slasher, 13 and 11, having a certainly.
Oh my gosh, that
game
timing
right now. But yeah, the awkward timing will end up costing him. Lead back to FaZe Clan now as they bullied their way through the front. Slasher was the last man up for a moment. He will get dropped. You still have the close spawn. This is going to get really ugly for Envy.
Oh, lead back for FaZe. Not only that, FaZe have the spawns now for the new hill. Even if they give up these last 15 seconds, FaZe can absolutely set up for a full 60. They've got a glide bomb if they need to use it in a panic situation. And look at how far out they're pushing some of these lanes. Zuma does spawn in an awkward position inside ammo, but thankfully the rest of FaZe will get those back street spawns.
Here we go. Glide bomb out. Spotting what he can. Goes for the doorway. Nice job threading the needle there. And able to pick up replays. Threading a bayonet directly into Temp sternum.
Because of, whoa, that was beautifully described right there. But what I will say is because of these changes, more and more players using infantry on their classes. And because of that, they get that bayonet attachment. Replays with 3 right there. Now on a 4 streak from 9 or 7, I think it was 7 and 13 to 16 and 16. And now FaZe have one of their largest leads of the game because of it.
Doing some damage with the FG. Also, you saw the PPSH coming into things as well. But that's, yeah, nice back-to-back hard points there from Replays and company. Now he's just looking, trying to get in position. Unfortunately, he's got one top right on him. Does get inside. Remember, he still has a sub to work with, and that could be crucial here in trying to earn some streaks. He hunts it down. One step closer. 25 now off of streaks, and those could be instrumental in just taking over the game right now for FaZe.
This positioning is so good for Replays. One should sprint right through here.
Oh! You got that PPSH too!
Oh,
we're going for the stab.
Keep that moment in mind, folks, as this game goes on. 176 to 125. Envy with a full set of 4 kills on that rotation. We'll get early control. No streaks to show for FaZe there. Thankfully, they are getting the entry kills, and now the pressure coming in from every single angle. Envy should be wiped off the map here soon.
They've been cleared out of the hard point, but it's a split spawn now for Envy, so they'll have 2 coming to collapse from the top. But as I say that, the 2 in the bottom of the screen drop, so the pinch completely dissolves. You're now just going to have to try and bully yourself in, but with only 15 seconds remaining, it looks like they're going to try and set up around red.
And where there was a bigger slaying advantage for Envy and a full 60-second hold, that really gave them the lead in the win back in map 1. The slaying is near dead even here, and they haven't had a full 60-second hold this entire map so far. Slasher needs to be the catalyst right now for Envy. Get the time, get out of the hill, win 1 gunfight, and earn streaks for your team to at least have a tool to come back in this game.
Let's see if he can do it here. Just trying to listen to the calls from his teammates and find that kill there.
Why is he jumping in the window? My God.
He's able to get it, but yeah, maybe a little bit nervous there. Trying to fly in. Should be able to trade Zuma. Oh, Okay, Zuma has had some impressive kills throughout the course of this series.
28 and 24, Zuma leading his team and the game in total kills. Cheeky little stick there from Classic on the Priesta. 208 to 47, sorry, my goodness. Huge lead for FaZe. Envy giving up so much time in this middle hill right now.
Yeah, they just need to try and get in and contest, and Slasher will be a big part of that. I thought he tried to dive to the corner, but gets a little awkward there in the doorway, but we'll finally get on in. Andy of spawns. What do we have left streaks for FaZe?
This is it. I don't believe anything.
Okay, so that's huge.
Yeah, nothing.
You need a rally between 2 and 3 here while behind Slasher's streaks.
Oh, and Classic's gonna get shot in the back. These spawns should go to FaZe here in a moment.
Oh my god.
Oh, they both get the back spawn still. The Envy now need this next wave of kills. They need these first kills. There goes the glide bomb. He's gonna force replays back in towards ammo to give him a chance to reset up for this challenge.
You would have liked to have that streak at the next hard point, but you need to get there first. So
yeah.
They go ahead and use it here. Gotta hold the front. It's Priesta who peeks in. Classic needs to trade it, but he's gonna get dropped from a replays grenade that comes over the top. Things falling apart for Envy.
And this is that scrappy play from FaZe. Look, that's a 15-second swing now.
They had to use both streaks here, so you're not even gonna have anything on rotation.
Yep.
This is awful. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get this time, but if you could hold on to both of those, or hell, even one of them, at least for the rotation to parking lot, you give yourself a chance. Now you're gonna have to break this with nothing but a flamethrower from Classic.
Yeah, and FaZe just won the 2 gunfights they needed to. The players who were furthest pushed up just died. Envy will have one chance to go for this. There's the first kill. They've got to flood off of the Zuma now. Envy have to go right now. They cannot stop sprinting. They need to go, 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 go. Oh my goodness, they still get the back spawn. That's the huge thing. FaZe now just need to get one or two more kills, and they've got this.
They need 15 more points. This final pushes everything, but 2 kills do go the way of Envy. Another kill to Envy. This is the break. Replays the last one in. Nade nearby. He's going to drop. Envy's got the break they need. They can't win it here, but they certainly can make this possible.
Yeah, they just gave themselves a chance. Simple as that. Clasher from the front, trying to stay alive. The big thing is the fighter pilot for this next hill. Slasher needs to play his life, help hold this front door push. He gets at least one, and it's a team kill to keep Slasher alive. He can't earn the streaks, though, as 2 players from FaZe challenge.
No streaks. It's going to be another hard point. They have to do the old-fashioned way. They just got to get in, gun up. 15 seconds left here. FaZe is finally going to, they should be giving this up now. All right, so what are we going to be at? Right around 235, 238. Edge still to FaZe Clan, but Envy, they gave themselves a chance. They're going to need one miraculous break.
Replays is trying to challenge and sprint at him with the infantry. 3 kills for Envy. They're in control of the hill. They do have the top middle window. FaZe will have one final push, Maven.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 seconds needed for Envy. Classic holding back green. Flamethrower out for a moment, but they can contest his end. Temp wraps the edge, lines him up from mid. Everybody's cleared. They're spawning out, and the boys in blue get it done in dramatic fashion.